Leo, welcome to my channel. Welcome to this reading for March. This is for Leo energy. Wherever you have strong Leo energy in your chart might relate to that placement. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this message. This is the Millennium Thoth tarot deck that I'm using, and I'm just going to jump in, see what the messages are for Leo. What are the messages for Leo? First card we have is the Six of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. I'll just adjust this light so you can see. The Magus, the Tower, Princess of Swords is the focus, and the High Priestess, the Fool, the Lovers, and the Four of Cups. Underneath the deck is the Two of Cups. So there is a disruptive energy here with the Princess of Swords and the Tower. I feel that this is like a backlash kind of energy against something, with there's a secret message, basically. There's a secret message in something that's happened, something that you might have been dealing with, currently dealing with, which appears to look like things are deteriorating or you need to defend yourself. But what I feel is that this is basically the beginning of something for you. I think that you have gone from a place of chaos with something in the past, and you thought you were moving towards this manifesting something new, but I feel like what has manifested is chaos, more chaos. So this Pisces energy is going to bring in for you some secret wisdom, some kind of higher understanding of why something has happened, or why something has basically hit the fan in your life, and why it's happened again. It's like a repetitive kind of thing. Your outcome is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups, which is Moon in Cancer energy. I feel like this is a relationship reading. This is between two things, two people, two energies. What is it that you are feeling defensive about? Because if you take your focus off the fact that you might need to defend yourself about something, you will gain some higher understanding, some kind of secret will be revealed to you, or maybe there has been a secret revealed to you that has basically changed everything. And you have a new beginning here with the Fool, and there is this kind of risk of taking it for granted. So I'm going to bring in a crystal on this. Whatever this is, you've manifested it because you've come from the Five of Pentacles energy and created more of that energy, and then gone into a defensive mode for some reason within a relationship. It could be also that you find out something like I said, that just basically changes everything. So this is saying don't take this for granted, because it's not going to happen. It's not going to manifest in your life again. If you take the higher understanding, the higher wisdom, the secret knowledge with this Pisces energy and reflect on it, it's basically that whatever this connection is, you've been taking it for granted, or someone's been taking you for granted. And you might be dealing with someone who basically hides when things get to a point of chaos, which is a natural response. With some people, it's a natural response to chaos is to hide their emotions, hide their feelings. But it's saying that that action is basically taking something for granted. So I feel like this may be someone else who is taking you for granted, Leo, or vice versa. Let's see what the Herkimer Diamond says. So the divination is about checking that you are not living on a negative earth energy line. You may be addicted to your tablet or mobile phone and receiving detrimental vibes therefrom. Screen yourself appropriately. Yeah, so I feel like this is not about tablets and mobile phones. This is about a relationship where someone takes you for granted because they see, they have like this vision that is not as expansive as yours, or vice versa. And because of that, there is this energy of taking for granted and hiding from chaos and calling it negativity. So you could be the person where you have tried to guide something into a direction that is of the energy of peace and harmony, but have been met with this kind of energy of deceit or something that remains hidden. And this, whatever it is that is hidden or has been hidden within this partnership, when it emerges, I feel like you have a reaction to it, or you become defensive, or the other person becomes defensive, and then you are basically labeled as too chaotic or something like that. So just to let you know, I really need a new laptop because this one does this overheating sound, and it's really hard to deal with it sometimes. So I'm just going to let it keep recording, and hopefully I'll just unplug it so it doesn't get too loud. So sorry about that noise. But anyway, when something becomes too chaotic, just like my computer, it's like too loud, and I'm not happy with that. The message is don't just give up on it and scrap something that is valuable. This reading is valuable, so I'm not going to just throw it away because the computer can't handle recording at the moment. So it's like this energy within a dynamic where it is a soulmate energy. Definitely soulmate energy with the Lovers and the Two of Cups. But I feel like there's a misunderstanding in how you energetically work together. And I see that someone has tried to take this energy or take this relationship out of this this Five of Pentacles energy, which is all about rejection, abandonment, lack, poverty. Someone may have been hiding that fear of rejection, hiding fear of abandonment, or hiding the fact that they are living in poverty or something like that, because the Magician is definitely representing someone who is putting on a false facade And this actually creates chaos. And the towers come in to basically rip that down. The facade needs to be taken down, or is in the process of being taken down, and someone is on the defensive. And I feel that these, no matter what they do, the truth will always come to the surface in some way. And I feel like if you've been dealing with someone who has hidden this wounding or this truth about themselves that correlates with the Five of Pentacles, and you've been trying to move this relationship or this connection, or whatever it might be, into a positive direction, it's feeling like no matter what you do, you come up against this defensive energy or someone hiding. And so this feels to me like someone's being taken for granted, or a connection has been taken for granted. There is a possibility for a new beginning where two people come together and really see each other for everything that they are, good, bad, ugly. But I don't feel that what I'm reading here is I don't feel that that is possible at the moment with this person. Maybe this is you that has been hiding all your wounds, or the fact that you have been in this Five of Pentacles energy, or like I said, maybe it's the other person who has been the magician and hiding things. But someone is hiding. So let's look at the Tower. Tower with the crystal, wisdom, healing, oracle. I'm also getting that this connection could be too much. It could be too intense. It could be like too high of a frequency for them to actually meet you in that frequency. And we have Flint with the Tower. Let's see what that says. Portal power. Flint stabilizes energy and cuts through to the core of issues, clearing blockages and loosening ties. It opens portals to other worlds and hidden aspects of yourself. So regardless of what front someone puts on in life, in general, the Tower is always going to come in to loosen that facade and shake things up, because nothing can stay hidden for very long. Nothing can stay false for very long. And I do feel like there's love in this connection. But I think that someone has a foolish, and I don't want to offend anyone, but I think someone has a foolish understanding of what this connection really is, and therefore takes it for granted. So that could be you or the other person. So the divination of this is that strengthening your boundaries, cutting through confusion to the core of the matter. Soul retrieval is necessary if you left any part of yourself in another life or an abusive childhood experience. An unwelcome visitor from the past can be left behind, but recognize lessons before you move on. So this could be someone that you were with, could be a relationship from the past where the issues that came up from that chaos still need to be addressed, because maybe it's not that one person's taking the other person for granted. It could be that you're taking the lessons for granted and being defensive and putting the blame on the other person, when in reality this whole relationship and connection, it looks like there is hidden wisdom to be gained from the relationship. So I'm going to bring in a crystal mandala for the Five of Pentacles energy. This sits at the top of the whole reading, so it tells me that Either you or the other person, or both, have been struggling with this energy. This is Mercury Taurus energy. The way something works needed to be changed. But instead of changing it, I feel like one or both people put up a facade. And we have divine alchemy with this Five of Pentacles energy, which is Ascended Master Mary Magdalene and Aqua Aura Quartz. So, alchemists have often been considered eccentric. They appear to labor on tasks. The mainstream either don't comprehend or consider impossible. Yet the alchemists of old and the modern-day spiritual alchemists are the ones who see reality most clearly and understand divine power most accurately. They know the healing transformational power of divine energy is beyond any limitation the mind can conceive. This is why they never assume that something is impossible. They are open to the workings of divine will and how healing can best happen, which is not always in the way one might expect. They do not see reality as fixed, and I feel that this is where the problem was. In the past, where someone was trying to push the relationship or the connection, could even be a project or a work situation, something that you were connected with, and you were trying to push it in a direction of peace and harmony. But I feel that there was only one side who had an awareness of that. One side, it was one-sided. So they do not see reality as fixed and the material world as a solid, impenetrable, unchanging form. They know that all of creation is energy, and energy can change form. When higher consciousness is applied to the energy, I just got someone knew better. So this could be you. You could have had this understanding, this level of awareness about the divine and how it works, but you were putting up a facade in spite of that, or despite that, because the magician here is definitely hiding something. It could be that you were working with something that one side had this this knowledge, this wisdom, and the other side didn't. And to create something out of that was creating chaos. So we have the story of an alchemist who was pretending not to be an alchemist, maybe subconsciously hiding their own power. So if this is in a relationship, you obviously had higher wisdom and knowledge that you didn't share, or if it's in a job situation, you were having to work on a level that was completely underneath your capabilities, and because there was some kind of having to put a mask on. And I feel that that action created the tower, and it also created the other person to become defensive, because they don't see this high priestess energy about you. And I feel that there is the possibility of a new beginning, but I feel that there is someone or something still in your life that takes you for granted doesn't see that about you. So what do you do about this? Like this, it's like the story of Mary Magdalene. She wasn't seen for her power and her wisdom, and she was an alchemist, I feel. So where does Leo go with this situation? Being taken for granted. But I feel in part you are to blame, because you hid this about yourself. You hid these powers that you have. Maybe that means your intuition, or it means your ability to create change. Some kind of gift you had to hide. You had to hide your gifts, and that created chaos. And also the other person couldn't see this about you. All they saw was chaos. With the Princess of Swords, you could have come into this energy of the other person putting you down or saying things to you that were dark. Whoever this person is, whether it's you or someone else, it's the energy of ready to fight, ready to say something that is not positive. But also it can be that sort of righteous defensive energy as well. Like someone feeling like they are really doing the right thing, but they don't have all the full picture. So in reality, what they're actually defending is, you know what I mean? Like if you enter into a relationship and you have all your masks on, and you don't see each other's gifts, and the vision becomes skewed because of this mask wearing and this lack of expressing yourself from the core of who you are, you come up against this kind of energy. I'm just going to look at the High Priestess. Polychrome Jasper. So this is about belonging, and the divination is big changes, concentrating on practical outcomes, being down to earth and paying attention to dreams. Balance your emotional energies and nurture yourself to find joy. Find your power ally and stay under its protection and guidance. Give assistance to others who seek freedom. Guard against giving away your power. And the healing insight is dis-ease arises out of ancestral distress, carried in DNA. Healing and forgiveness sent down your family line. Replace this with well-being. It's a shaman stone that assists with traveling between worlds and offers protection while you travel. Helps you to remember why you're living on Earth. So I'm feeling like someone in this connection was feeling quite isolated and feeling undervalued in this connection, or this thing that you embarked on in the past, where it was something that you resonated with, you wanted to go for it, but ended up having to hide your skills, your abilities, your gifts, your maybe some people, I'm getting some people had to basically act, how do I say this? some people had to kind of pretend like they didn't have a lot of knowledge and wisdom, when in reality they had a lot of knowledge and wisdom, and do, and have a lot of intuitive abilities. I know that the people that watch my channel are extremely intuitive, empathic, and this might be about this self-expression and taking off the mask, because there is a chance here for an equal kind of meeting. But I feel like someone's going to take it for granted, or has been taking it for granted for some reason. So I'll pull a few more cards on the Four of Cups. What exactly is that about? Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's like this wall. Someone puts up a wall to protect themselves. It's not for malicious purposes. So if this is in a business and you're in a situation where you're doing business with someone, a business partnership, they have a habit of putting up a wall to protect their assets. If it's a relationship, they have a habit of putting up a wall to protect their heart, or to protect the truth of who they are, because if they show who they really are, there's a fear of rejection. There's a fear of being, of having nothing. Ace of Cups. So the truth is that this person, if it's a relationship, this person has love for you, but I feel that they have a habit of taking this for granted. Maybe they have never experienced this kind of Ace of Cups. But this Ace of Cups energy is, it's really intense, is what it's saying. And with intense kind of love, or intense business partnerships, or whatever it is, there's always that human instinct to protect yourself, protect what you have. And this is breaking down. It's saying that this old way of hiding or lying or putting on a mask or protecting yourself, or if it's in work or business, protecting your assets, not disclosing the full picture, this is breaking down. And for this partnership, which has a lot of potential to come to real fruition, someone here has to stop taking the magic of it for granted. So I'm going to pull in a sacred geometry. It's a sacred geometry message for Leo. You're dealing with an alchemist, or you are an alchemist, which is like this energy of minimizing yourself for the sake of someone else, or the sake of some kind of business partnership. The message here is stop minimizing yourself and your gifts. You don't need to wear a mask anymore, and your wisdom, your gifts, your information, your healing abilities, your creative talents, everything that is in the realm of what you've brought in from past life and this life, all combined, is worth more than money. And one of the problems that we have in this life is everybody wants to put a value on something, monetarily put a value on something. Like if you studied a degree and you go for a job, you expect a certain amount. Maybe somebody else wants the same job, has not gone through the the degree but has something else to bring to the table that is of value, and they get underpaid because they don't have that degree. It's this type of energy of like looking at what is the real value of someone, and can you express yourself to reflect the true value of who you are in relationships. Because I think the defensiveness comes from pain. It comes from a place of wanting to be seen for what you are and what you bring to this life. But there's like a defensive wall that goes up as soon as you enter into some sort of partnership or relationship or work situation. As an empathic being, you naturally just end up putting up a mask and acting like you are less than what you are. So you're giving off perception, you're giving off a wrong perception by how you express your true self. So the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. So if you find yourself in situations where you're in a relationship and they don't want to see what's underneath the surface, I feel that the Tower comes in so that you break away from that situation, because it's unhealthy to be in a connection where the other person has they only want to see what they want to see. Especially in like work situations, a boss will only want to see what they want to see about you. And it's about the courage to get out of your comfort zone and express yourself so that other people see deeper parts of you. Because it's all about this mental energy, this realm of communication, thoughts, words, perception, and also following your natural curiosity as well. Following your natural curiosity to explore these hidden parts of yourself and take a good look. And synergy. Frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. Reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So it definitely looks like a partnership that has a lot of potential if things become synergized and in line with this embracing something new, something different, giving birth to a new reality. Sorry about the birds in the background. Giving birth to a new reality with incorporating this Piscean energy at the moment, exploring your own depths, exploring your own hidden things. And are there parts of yourself that you've hidden away and not expressed because of fear of being rejected or abandoned? Or have you had experiences like this in relationships where you've had to kind of act like you were basically minimize yourself? So that is the reading for Leo. I hope that this has helped you in some way, and it does look very positive. It looks like if you are dealing with someone who just puts walls up because they're afraid of this love, or they're afraid of this connection and what it reveals to themselves, about themselves or about you, I feel that it's something that you might have to walk away from, or just basically put that energy into something else. And because the Herkimer diamond is like such an intense kind of high frequency energy of it's like when you meet someone and it's that instant recognition on a deeper level, but then there's no conversation about that. There's no real life kind of exploration of that. This is a once in a lifetime kind of thing that maybe one or both people are taking for granted, or if it's in a business sense, same thing. Someone or a company could be taking you for granted and blocking you from expanding your job function and doing things that you're quite capable of doing. So I don't know where this goes for Leo, except for the fact that in this energy of Pisces, there's a lot of things that you can explore within the hidden parts of yourself. And with this High Priestess energy, a lot of opportunity to basically use your intuition in this connection and what you're going to do with it. I almost feel like this is like you've got two people that are alchemists who are capable of creating something that is different. It's different because the average relationship is not what this is. And one person's afraid, or both people. Or there's a business partnership where they're not disclosing everything to you because they want to protect their assets. But if there was more transparency and more communication that doesn't come from being defensive and protecting, there is no limit on this opportunity. So that is the reading for you, Leo. Hope you enjoyed that. Sending you lots of love. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Bye.